understand the plight of women and the injustices that have been perpetrated upon us solely because of our sex. I want to send it out to all the members of the Women's Social and Political Union. If we are united in words and deeds, it won't be long before Asquith finally gives us the vote.
I would be happy to look over your pamphlet, Emily. But don't you think that politics is best left to men?
Well, that's rich coming from you. You are an intelligent and gifted writer. Your novels are bestsellers. Surely a woman clever enough to imagine the situations and characters that you've portrayed in your books would surely have the sense and sensibility to understand that women's suffrage is not a privilege but a right.
Are you two at it again? How many times do I have to tell you that women's suffrage is old news? This is 1979. Why don't you focus on current issues? Why don't you write your pamphlet about the weak Labour government? This picture of discontent is bringing the country to its knees.
What are you going on about? Are you insane? We need the Labour Party. Keir Hardie has given various speeches supporting our cause, and just last week he was arrested at a meeting.
Hardie has nothing to do with it. I'm talking about Callaghan now. Would you focus? Why can't you be more like Miss Boston? She doesn't give way to her emotions when discussing political issues. You need to focus on the debate and prepare for it, and never let your emotions cloud the issue.
I hate hearing you talk about all women as if we were fine ladies instead of rational creatures. None of us want to live in calm waters all our lives.
Ladies, quickly, it's time. We've fast approached. Cease your endless bickering!
Good morning, ladies. How are you today? It's time for your medication. Jane? Good girl. Miss Packhurst. Come on. Margaret. Quickly now, Margaret. And last but not least, Florence.
Oh! Here it is!
Fine, ladies. I see you're all behaving yourselves today. Remember, you have a therapy session at 4 o'clock. I'll be back to fetch you in a while.
The orderly is trying to poison us with that medication. I have many years of nursing experience and I recognise the effect of that medication. He's trying to subdue us. Have you not felt how lethargic it makes you? It's a struggle to have one clear thought, and I refuse to take any medication that prevents me thinking clearly.
Florence, what shall become of us?
What can we do now? We've already swallowed it. I know it is unpleasant, but you must run quickly to the lavatory and expel it from your bodies. That orderly thinks he can fool me. I that have more medical training in my little finger than he could hope to have in a lifetime. Why, it was thanks to the innovation during the Crimea. He's jealous of my success and he's trying to subdue me with that medication.
Florence, you're right about the tablet. After taking it, I find it difficult to concentrate. I have to instruct the MPs to vote against the Scotland and Wales bill. But after taking the tablet, I can't think of one good reason why.
We could go on hunger strike to protest against the medication. But they would only force feed us.
There is a stubbornness about me that never can bear to be frightened at the will of others. My courage always rises at every attempt to intimidate me.
Why don't we escape?
Militant action is my area of expertise. We could barricade the door so they don't come in. And then we can climb onto the bookshelves and climb out of the windows.
It isn't what we say or think that defines us, but what we do.
The windows are locked. We could break them.
No, that would make too much noise.
Let's not be hasty. We must plan this properly, otherwise we're doomed to failure. Welcome, ladies. Ladies, the first meeting of the Escape Committee is now in session. Present at the meeting are Emmeline Pankhurst, President, Florence Nightingale, Treasurer, Jane Austen, Secretary, and Margaret Thatcher, Leader of the Opposition. Now, we are here to discuss the best way to escape from this institution. We have already discarded the option of breaking the window due to the attention it would draw to our escape. Is there another suggestion?
Ladies, this is foolhardy. Surely they would be deeply offended that we were trying to escape.
Jane, it is the only way. If we sit here quietly, we will be in prison for hundreds of years. We could be outside making a difference, fighting a cause.
I was brought up a lady of my time. We were taught to respect the limits placed on us by society because we were women and because of our station in life.
Yes, I know.
But everybody who goes against the norms is derided and ostracised. We have to behave in a manner that is politically correct.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, so we can't.
But listen, look, will that get you? During my struggle to get women the vote, we were in full-blown militant action during the Great War. It was unseemly for us to carry on with our struggle while men were dying in the trenches. So we put our cause aside. Women worked in factories, on the land, in communities. We kept this country running for the duration of the war. At the end of it all, do you know what we got? We were sacked from our jobs and sent packing home. They did not even give us the vote in recognition or thanks for our contribution to the war effort. That is what you get when you try to be politically correct and not offend. You're sent packing home without even a thank you for your efforts!
I don't care who I offend.
Oh, it's because of women like us that you have the luxury not to have to worry about who you offend.
Ladies, do calm yourselves! We're all intelligent women. Surely it can't be that difficult to divide
where should we go? If we leave here, then what is to become of us? Where shall we stay?
You can be my house guest. Dennis won't mind.
Margaret, you studied chemistry. Surely you could concoct an ether that would subdue the orderly when he comes to serve us lunch, and then we could just steal his keys and run out the side door.
Florence, that is a brilliant plan.
Yes, it is. I deserve to be on the £5 note.
I shall faint. And when he comes to attend me, you can detain him from behind and subdue him.
Excellent, Florence. Come with me. We'll see what cleaning fluids they've left in the toilet. I might be able to concoct something that could put him out. If only getting rid of the Labour government was that easy.
Come, Jane. You can help me tear my petticoat into strips. We can use it to tie him down to the orderly.
Ladies, it's time for your therapy session. What are you doing? What's going on here? Where are the other two? Margaret, Boris, get out here. Thank you. What's wrong with us? Get up! Jane, stop that! Stop that! Get up now!
She must be so stricken.
Do something! Get off of me! Get off of my foot! What's going on?
It's not working! Did you carry him there?
The Conservative Party manifesto for the coming election.
It certainly packs a punch! Put him in the recovery position! When women join forces, we can topple the strongest of male opposition. Is he breathing? Give me a crumbling! He's making money! He's making money!
I can't get them off.
That's it, Margaret.
I think I've got them.
We need to look quick up.
Quickly, lady! Quickly! It's our time to run!
These women. Come back here now! Come back! And you! Lawrence! Now that was very naughty of you ladies trying to escape. Will you control yourself? Now you ladies, calm yourselves. I will be back in a moment with your medication.
May have lost heart, but you can never take my self-control.
I have to go back out to look for Margaret.
Well, ladies, that didn't get us anywhere, but at least we tried. It looks like Margaret managed to escape. Yes, well, she was determined to stand in the general election. Well, she's obviously mad. Well, how can a woman stand for Prime Minister? It is up to all women to make inroads in what has traditionally been a man's world. It's thanks to my efforts that nursing is a respected profession, patient care has improved and lives have been saved. Margaret will get us out. She told me when we were concocting the ether, she said she would release all institutional get a few votes from them this election.
Although I have not fought for a cause, I have created works of fiction that have stood the test of time. That is my small, humble contribution to society. I do hope that Margaret is able to advance women's cause. If Margaret lets us out, then I am going to write a different type of book. Maybe I will finally voice my political opinion.
Ladies, let's go lie down a while. I'm sure you're all just as exhausted as I am.
Chief, incident involving Mr. Aaron Eve and the original of his death. Now, she's just coming into Downing Street now. Here comes the Prime Ministerial rover, bearing now Mrs. Thatcher as Prime Minister. A huge crowd and a huge cheer. Plainclothes police out of a car behind her, and Mrs. Thatcher out onto the doorstep. A wave that we've now become really quite well accustomed to throughout this campaign. Mr. Dennis Thatcher, her husband, standing behind.
It's been a wonderful campaign.
May I just thank you very much.
How do you feel at this moment?
Very excited, very aware of the responsibilities. Her Majesty, the Queen, has asked me to form a new administration, and I have accepted. It is, of course, the greatest honour that can come to any citizen in a democracy. I know full well the responsibilities that await me as I enter the door of number 10, and I'll strive unceasingly to try to fulfil the trust and confidence that the British people have placed in me and the things in which I